To all those people watching, I like to remind everyone that this video is not made for kids. It's for older fans and adults. Enjoy the fucking video!
Big engine, big emergency. Flynn and Belle are Sodor's search and rescue firefighting team. Belle was built with water cannons near her water tanks and fights fires nearby the line. Flynn, however, is not just your usual fire engine. He's a hybrid, meaning he can fight fires on both rail and road. Fiery Flynn to the rescue! Everyone admires Flynn, all but Gordon. The indignity! Hello, Gordon. What's the matter? It's that Flynn. What about Flynn? He's a firefighting vehicle that runs on both rail and roads, right? Of course. So why would the Fat Controller have him on our railway when he's lately fighting fires along the roadside? Well, because he's a hybrid vehicle, Gordon. You said that yourself. I don't see the need for Flynn. If he wants to fight fires along the roadside, then he should jolly well get rid of his rail wheels and stay on the road. The island of Sodor was in the depth of summer, and everyone was feeling the hot sun burning. The Fat Controller's engines were still working hard to take passengers to the seaside. But one day, there was a problem. Percy puffed up towards a water tower to have a drink after pulling the mail train. His driver placed the tower arm onto his tank, and the fireman turned on the tap. I don't feel any water coming out. What? Well, let's have a look. Oh no, the water's gone. Gone? What do you mean gone? It must be the heat. It evaporated the tank and now it's all gone. We must tell the Fat Controller when we see him. Percy and his crew weren't the only ones surprised about the water towers. Other towers had evaporated too, and soon the engines began to tell the Fat Controller about it at Titmuth Sheds. Quiet, everybody! Now, I know there have been an issue with the water towers recently, and therefore I will have to ground you until further notice. However, it will only be exempted for engines that do have enough water. But, other than that, diesels will be taking over your trains until the water ordeal has been solved. Gordon was pleased, however. No need to worry about the diesel pulling the express, sir. I have plenty of water for myself to use. Excellent, Gordon. But now I'm off to rearrange the timetable for other engines. It was really hot, and the engines were feeling the heat of the sun beaming down onto them. Oh, it's nasty, that sun. Maybe we should get Belle and Flynn to come over and splash water onto us to keep us cool. I don't mind Belle, but Flynn, no thank you. What is with you and Flynn, Gordon? Gordon doesn't think Flynn is useful for the railway because he's been fighting fires on the roadside recently, and I still stand by that, Thomas. Now, I have an express to pull. Meanwhile, on the other side of the island, Flynn was putting out another fire along the roadside. Job done! Then his driver heard a voice coming from the radio communicator. There's a fire down at Farmer McCall's shed. We better get there. Right! Fiery Flynn to the rescue! Stand clear, everyone! Oh, thank goodness. Soon the fire was out, and Farmer McCall celebrated with delight. Well done, Flynn. What a really useful firefighter you are. No problem, Farmer McCall. I'm always here to help. Hey there, Gordon. I see you're let out today. Yes. It's a scorcher today. I had to put out a few fires today and the day isn't over yet. I just came back from Farmer McCall putting out a fire at his shed. You should have seen me, Gordon. I was racing along the road at top speed. Us fire engines have to be quick in an emergency. Whoa, Belle, where's the fire? At Whiff's waste dump. Hang on, I'll get on the rails to help you. Excuse me, Gordon, I have to... No, you take the road instead. Rails are for useful engines only. But I am useful, Gordon. For roads, perhaps. Express coming through! Flynn! Silly Gordon, I am a useful engine for both road and rail. Thanks, guys! Hey, if I want a wash, I'll ask. Sorry, Scruff. What seems to be troubling you, Flynn? Belle, am I a useful engine? Of course you are, Flynn. You are a hero after all. Why? Gordon was being rude to me earlier at the level crossing, saying that I'm only useful for roads, and say that railways are only for useful engines. Ugh, Gordon. Thomas told me about Gordon's grumpy attitude the other day, Flynn. Don't worry about what he says. You are really useful for both, and don't you forget that. Thanks, Belle. Besides, Gordon will one day be in an emergency, and you might be there for him. Now come on, let's top up on some water. Later that day, Gordon was at Barrow on the mainland collecting his passengers. His driver looked at the water gauge. It's getting a bit low. I'll see how much we have left for this journey. Dear me, we are getting low. We must top you up, Gordon. Don't be a silly driver. I have plenty of water enough to get back to Knapford. But Gordon, wait. Drat. Express coming through! The driver, however, was looking at the water gauge worriedly as Gordon thundered down the main line. Then he began to feel thirsty. More water! More water, replied the driver. So the fireman turned on the water injector, but saw that a little bit of it was coming in. The fireman tried the second handle and still nothing. There's no water! He cried. Then Gordon began to feel hot. Has the heat increased? Oh no, it's me! Ouch! I got a pain in my boiler! Where's the water? Drat, we have to stop the train. Put the fire out, fireman. So he did, and Gordon had to stop. Without water feeding into his boiler would run dry and would cause it to burst. so he had to stop so no one could get hurt. The passengers were cross. Well, really, I'm already behind schedule. What's the hold-up? But the guard soon told her the problem and was sorry for Gordon instead. But Gordon was sad. Oh, the indignity. I'll go call for help. Meanwhile, Flynn was making his way back to the search and rescue center after putting out another fire at the visitors park. Well, I think that's the day done for me. But no matter what the time is, there is always an emergency. Oh! Hey, Gordon, what's the matter? I've run out of water. Out of water? Yes, and with the water evaporated from the towers and not one in sight, I'm stuck until help arrives. Flynn, would it be possible to help a big engine like me by filling up my tank with your water, please? I don't know, Gordon. You said that I'm not useful enough because I most help out on roads. Maybe Belle might help, but she's a very busy engine. Oh, please help! I'm sorry for being rude, and you are my only help out of the situation. You are really useful, Flynn, both on and off the rails. Well, okay. Despite water being filled, Gordon had no steam to move, and so Boko came to collect him. Oh, I say, is everything alright? Not at all, Boko. Well done, Flynn. Thank you for helping Gordon out with his water issue. Happy to help, sir. Now, Gordon, I heard about your earlier comments about Flynn from Belle, but I hope after today you realise just how important Flynn is to the railway and the roads. Yes, sir. I will, sir. Now, in order for you not to waste your water again, I will have to let you pull the local instead, just so you can conserve more water in future until the rain comes. Yes, sir. And so, whenever Gordon passes Flynn, he would always whistle to him and say, "Fiery Flynn to the rescue! Local train coming through!"